you this morning. I hope you're all well. I hope you and your families are well. And, this morning we have a lovely little session. It's not going to be very long, but it's a session that I hope that would, impact you greatly. As you're well aware, I'm always concerned about students and their personal development and just learning about themselves, becoming more aware of themselves. So this morning we have a lovely session planned. I hope you enjoy it. If you have maybe a piece of paper, you can write a few things down if you like. I'm not going to be giving you any notes or anything like that, but you can jot down one or two things if you would like to. So, before we start, I would like to say that I really, really would have loved for us to be in person, for there to be the interaction in the hall with you guys, and I really would have loved that. And I wanted to see how best I could, somehow incorporate some kind of interaction, where I could think that I am with you all. So even though we have to utilize this medium, we just have to utilize it right now because of the situation. I still thought it best to, find some way to think that I'm interacting with you all. So luckily I was able to get one of my students, and I'm so happy that she was able to join me this morning. And I'm really grateful. And I think, I could introduce her now. So we can just welcome her. Yeah? Hi. Hi, this is Princess Pig. Hi, Princess Pig. How are you today?
Thank you, Miss Hicks.
It is so good to see you.
Oh, I'm really happy to be here with you.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful that your parents allowed you to come, huh?
Yes.
And we have to practice a little social distancing. If that's okay, are we okay?
Well, actually, Miss Hicks, can I say something about that?
Please do.
You really don't have to worry about the social distancing with me because because of my species, I'm impervious to disease. So
I see. Yeah. Okay, so I have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Nothing on the coronavirus.
Okay, well.
Swine flu would be another story, but
thank you.
I'm good.
Okay, great. Well, thanks so much again for coming. And I was just talking to the girls, and I just mentioned that we have a lovely session planned, and we're actually going to be talking today about limiting beliefs. Yeah. Oh. So that's what we'll be talking about. But before that, let me ask you something. How has it been for you, like with regards to school? How has school been going for you?
In general, school is fine. I mean, I'm somebody who really likes school, okay. So typically it's good. During the whole pandemic, it's been kind of hard because mostly I miss my friends,
I can understand now.
Are they here today?
Well, let me tell you, if you were to look right there are like hundreds of girls there watching you right now. I'm just saying. Hundreds.
Oh, Nadia, Cheryl, Abby, hi, everybody, hi.
They didn't know that you were going to be here. But, that's why it's so important, so special that you're here with me, because they had no clue. So thanks again.
Thank you for inviting me. As I was saying, during the whole pandemic, It's been hard because I miss my friends and, it's not the same as being together, at lunch and stuff.
Yeah.
And also we have presentations to do.
Yeah, you enjoy those, huh?
Oh, no, they make me so nervous. I'm really shy. I can't talk in front of people.
What did you just say? You cannot talk in front of people. So what do you think? What is happening now? You forgot what I told you. You have hundreds of people watching you now. So I'll tell you something. You've been talking really fine in front of them all along.
Okay.
Yeah? So you know what you just did? You actually helped me start this session because you just said, I cannot talk in front of people. And you're actually doing it right now. Yeah? So thank you for that, because we're going to get right into the session. And we're talking today about limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs, yeah? Limiting beliefs. So I think the girls are ready, and I'm sure you're ready. Maybe you got your piece of paper, jot down a couple of things, and we're ready to go, right?
Yeah.
So let's start.
Okay.
So before we jump into limiting beliefs, I think let's just chat a little bit about what beliefs are. Yeah. So you have any idea, any clue what a belief is?
Well, I know you're not supposed to use the same word when you're using it in a definition when you're defining it, but I would say a belief is, well, it's something you believe. It's like a thought or an idea in your mind, something that you think is true.
There you go. It's a thought or an idea in your mind that you think is true. That was a fantastic definition. That was really, really good, right? And it's something that you generally feel very strong about. Really, really strong about it, right? So we have all different types of beliefs. We have beliefs about ourselves. We have beliefs about other people. We have beliefs about other societies, other cultures, etc. There are a host of beliefs. But for today's session, I want the girls to understand that we're really going to talk about beliefs as it relates to ourselves. Because I really want the girls, by the end of this session, I want us all to be more aware of ourselves, right? So when we speak about belief today, we're talking about ourselves. So you get that? Yeah, so as I mentioned, they're all different types of beliefs, right? And if I were to give a couple examples, some of the beliefs that we might have about ourselves, we might say things like, I am untrustworthy. Or you might say something like, I am smart. I mean, when I just said those two, I'm sure you had a different feeling, a different sensation for each of those, not so? And we on a daily basis, we have all sorts of beliefs swirling around in our minds constantly, right? So we're going to talk a little bit more about some of those beliefs, but I just wanted to emphasize how extremely important beliefs are. Because beliefs, it's not just about what's going on in our mind, it also impacts other things. It impacts our values, it impacts our attitudes, it impacts our behavior. And ultimately, your belief impacts what it is you act upon, what it is you do, what it is you choose to do, right? So it's a really powerful thing. And I want us to always remember that, okay? And beliefs also determine how you feel about yourself. Yeah? So if I have a belief, for example, like let's just say you have a belief and you keep telling yourself, I'm smart. How does that feel?
It makes me feel good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So a belief, depending on what it is, it can impact the way you feel about yourself. And that is also going to influence how you interact with the world, not so? Yeah? So if you think you're smart, you're going to be like, hey, I can figure this thing out, right?
Right.
Yeah, excellent, right? So that's another important factor about a belief. And the last thing I want to mention is that beliefs also give you a sense of what you can accomplish in life. It gives you a sense of your goals and your dreams and what you believe in, whether or not you believe you can, in fact, achieve them, right? So all these lovely ladies here always want them to, have a positive sense of what they can achieve. And that's why this topic is so important today. Okay, so tell me if you're okay with beliefs before we jump into limiting beliefs. You okay with what we chatted about so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, for example, I have a belief that I can run really fast because I have 4 legs instead of 2.
There you go.
So that's why I always go out for racing, and that's a belief I have about myself.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's a fantastic belief, yeah? Because it makes you feel good, not so?
It does.
There you go. Before we jump into the limiting beliefs, I always think about, let's just imagine that I'm a young person. Say I grew up in the country area. So I grew up in Mayaro or Togo. Let's just say I thought to myself, there's nothing that, a kid from Mayaro or Togo, a country child, nothing that I can do to impress this world. Just imagine, could you imagine if people like Cleopatra Borrell and Keyshawn Walker, could you imagine if they said those things and they had those beliefs about themselves? You realize this entire world would not have known their amazing skills, talents, and abilities.
No, you're right.
You ever thought about that?
That's true.
So definitely, I would like to think that those young people, they had a positive sense of themselves and they believed in themselves. And it's really, really important because that, links to that last point that I mentioned. because it makes you realize these are the goals and the dreams and the aspirations, and you can do anything. So beliefs are really important, yeah?
Yes.
So I always want you to remember that, and I always want you ladies to remember that. What you think and what you believe, it's so important, and you can do just about anything you set your mind to, okay? So that's belief. I think we're okay there. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about limiting beliefs, yeah?
Can I ask one question?
Absolutely.
I remember one time in class, you were telling us about a quote from a famous person who said,
Yes, I'm so happy you reminded me about that. There are a couple of quotes, actually. There are a few quotes that I really love. Let me see if I can just find them here. Yeah, there are a few quotes that I really love about belief, right? One of them is by a gentleman called Robert Bolton. And he says, a belief is not merely an idea that the mind possesses. It is an idea that possesses the mind.
Oh.
That's pretty big, huh?
Yeah, deep.
And then another one, now this author is unknown, but it says, believing in yourself is the first secret to success. Isn't that fantastic? It really is. So the last one, and I think this is one that a lot of people you may be familiar with, and this is one that I love. And this is by Henry Ford. And it says, whether you think you can or you think that you can't, you are right.
Wait, hold on. Miss, can I make sure that I understand that one?
Please, yeah, I know.
Can you read it one more time?
No problem. No problem. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right.
So, does that mean that if I think I can do something and I would be good at it, I'm right?
There you go.
But if I think I can't do something and I might be bad at it, I'm still right?
You're still right. So what does that say, though?
Wow, mind blown.
How do you prefer to feel? You prefer to think that you can, no?
Yeah, to feel. It almost is like saying that a belief is like it's all in my mind.
Oh my goodness, I could not have said it better. That's exactly the point. And that's the point that I want all of us to remember. Thank you so much for bringing that up, though.
Oh, thanks, Missy.
That's amazing. That was really good. So I think, we're gonna jump into limiting beliefs now, okay?
Jump in.
Let's jump in. So Princess Peg, tell me, what do you think limiting beliefs are? Limiting beliefs.
I think that maybe it's a belief that keeps you stuck, like limited, that keeps you, that prevents you even from trying. Is that right?
Absolutely. You just sitting here on the head. Can I get a high five? That was really, really good. Yeah. So it limits you, and as you said, it keeps you stuck. So I'll just call out a definition for the girls so they can get a definition of a limiting belief, and then we'll continue chatting about it. Is that all right? Yes. So a limiting belief, or rather limiting beliefs, are false beliefs that prevent us from pursuing our goals and our desires. So notice they said false beliefs.
Oh, it's not true.
They're not necessarily true, but guess what? You may think it's true. Yeah?
Yeah.
So if we were to go back to that earlier quote when it says, if you think you can, if that's the belief and you think you can, then you can do anything. Yeah. If you think you can't, in your mind, that's also truth. And so you see how you might even try to, make an attempt at stuff. And then you said that you might feel like you're stuck, you can't do anything, right? Yeah. So that's why it's so important for us to be aware of the beliefs that we have in our minds and the beliefs that we have about ourselves. Yeah? So as you said, I'm just going to recap. You said it keeps us stuck.
Yeah.
They prevent us from trying. And that's what I really want these girls to understand. That when you have limiting beliefs, it prevents you from even making an attempt at something. Yeah? So there's so many amazing talents all of these girls have. So many amazing talents all of us have. And, we may never realize some of them because we think that, we can't do. Yeah. So you understand why this topic is really near and dear to me, right? Yeah. Okay.
I really do.
Well, I'm very happy. So do you have any limiting beliefs that you think has kept you back from trying something?
I don't know. I don't know.
No? What about earlier when you mentioned, right? You were talking about feeling shy. You think that may be something that limits?
Oh, I think you mean the thing that I had told you about the class prefect thing.
Yes.
Oh.
What did you tell me? You said to me, you said, you know what, Miss, they nominated me, Princess Pig, the most beautiful Princess Pig. They nominated me to be the class prefect. And you really wanted to be class prefect.
I really did.
But guess what? You said that I'm too shy and I don't think that you all should put my name to be nominated.
Yeah, I mean, I had to say that because I was shy and I just didn't think I could do it. I'm too shy. But you know what, Miss? For real?
What?
I really, really wanted to do it.
And you know what? I thought that you were so amazing because I saw, I saw how much skills you had with those girls.
Really?
You have really excellent communication skills. You have amazing organizational skills.
Yeah.
You have fantastic ideas.
Thanks.
You're so welcome. So, it saddened me a little bit when you decided to pull out of that because I thought this would have been an amazing opportunity for you to develop your skills. But you thought that you were too shy to do it.
Yeah, I was just so scared.
But you know what? Even being scared, you can still do stuff, right?
Yeah. But I think now I really understand what you mean because you saw all those good things about me, but I believe that I couldn't do it.
There you go.
Oh, man.
There you go. But it's okay. But I think now you're understanding now that, just because you felt that particular way that you're shy doesn't mean that you can't do anything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so you feel better about yourself now? Yeah?
I do. I feel pumped.
Excellent. So let me see if I need to recap anything with limiting beliefs. No, I think I'll just continue. So I want to impress to the girls. I want to impress this point that it's not just about you being shy that's a limiting belief. It's more to it. It's saying that because I am shy, I cannot do this thing.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
So, because you felt that you were shy, you felt that you couldn't be the class prefect. And I know that there are several persons who consider themselves to be introverts, but they go out and they do videos and all sorts of things. They go on stage. There are lots of performers who are introverts. You know that?
I know that, actually.
Yeah, and they go and they perform. And it doesn't mean that because you are a particular way, you cannot do something. Yeah? And I want you to always keep that in mind. Yeah? Okay? So another thing about limiting beliefs is that it impacts, as we said, it impacts your ability to do things in a particular way. All right? So we're looking again at beliefs and we're looking to see how that impacts behavior. So if it is you have a limiting belief, it's going to impact how you present yourself, how you show up for the world. Okay?
Yeah.
You understand? You get that?
I'm with you.
Okay, and I'm hoping that, all of us get that point, okay? So being aware of your beliefs is important because that will influence how it is you interact, how it is you show up, how it is you present, how you act, how you enforce any action, okay? So knowledge of that is important. And I think that's a good point for us to go now to talk a little bit about how we can create more awareness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? Okay? So awareness. What I want us to do, and I know we're not together physically, but again, I'm trying to make this as interactive as possible. I want us just to take a minute. I want you to take a minute, and I want you to think about any scenario, any situation in school, maybe this term, or it could be any point in time earlier on in the school year, or maybe some other time gone by. I want you to think for a minute, and I'm going to have a little timer here. So I'm going to put the timer for 1 minute, and I want you to reflect on any time during the term that you felt that you limited yourself.
Oh.
So that's what we're going to do. It's like a little reflection activity.
Okay.
And reflection is so important when you're learning about yourself and you're trying to become more aware of yourself. So we're going to have a little activities. I'm going to put my timer on. Let me do that now. I'm going to put that on for a minute, 1 minute. So it's going to count down. And I just want you, if you want, you can close your eyes and probably think about, maybe a situation where you felt that you limited yourself and you felt that, now that you look back, that was a moment where you could have probably tried to go beyond what you believed about yourself. So let me start the timer now. And you ready?
I'm going to go and reflect.
Don't go too far, please.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so I'm starting now. So hopefully the girls, are thinking about that. Yeah. Is that your reflection voice? Right, so you'll have about 30 seconds left. Less than 10 seconds. Time's up. So, I hope you all were able to identify. Oh, you're back. Hi.
Yeah.
I hope you were able to think about maybe some situation in school where you felt that you limited yourself. And the whole purpose of that exercise is for you to reflect, for you to think about things, and so that you can start to, look. It's almost like you're looking at your own thoughts. And later on, we're going to talk a little bit more about that, how some techniques that we can use. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. How was that for you?
It was good, especially because I remember hearing you tell us one time in class that reflection is the key to self-awareness.
Oh, wow. You remember that? You were paying attention?
I am
Wow. I'm impressed. Well, that's good. Excellent. So you thought about a particular situation that, you felt that you limited yourself?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And what was that? It felt good?
Good to reflect.
Excellent. I'm happy. And I hope you girls out there too. I hope you were able to reflect, and I hope you were able to really think about some of those times when you probably you were practicing some limiting beliefs. Okay? All right. So why is it important? I'm just gonna touch on a few points here. Why it's important for us to create that sense of awareness. Because what you did was really you started to create awareness about your thoughts, right? So it's important for us to be aware, so that we can see the beliefs that limit us, and we can also see some of the patterns that are no longer serving us. Yeah? Because we might realize that we have a certain pattern. We might realize, for example, that every time I'm asked to do something, I always say, no, I can't do it. And that might just be an instantaneous response, or maybe I can use the word an unconscious response.
Yeah, like you're on autopilot.
Exactly. Without even thinking about it, you just instantly say that. And I'm thinking maybe some of you might be able to identify with that. You instantly say, you know what, I can't do it. Yeah? Okay. So that's one reason why it's important. Another reason is that when you're aware, you can examine your beliefs and you can make necessary changes. Yeah? So, for example, what you all just did a while ago, you did a little visualization. So when if you identified something, you can say, you know what, I don't really like how that pattern is with me. I seem to do that a lot. Maybe there's some things that I need to do to change. Yeah, so that can help you to start to effect some kind of change. So that's amazing, right? Excuse me. Another one is that another important aspect of creating awareness, you're able to see the areas in which you are standing in your own way. What does that mean to you? If I say you're standing in your own way?
Maybe it means that I am my own worst enemy. Sometimes my father says that to me.
I think your dad might be right about that. So sometimes we stand in our own way. So, it's funny, we tend to blame other people, but we don't realize sometimes it's all the thoughts that's going on in our minds, and we're just preventing ourselves from doing things, right? And showing up, yeah?
Yeah.
So we could sometimes be, as your dad said, our worst enemy.
So like the limit is only in my own head.
There you go. The limit is only in your own head. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to limit yourself like that?
Oh, man.
Yeah? Good. So one more point about creating awareness is that you can make choices that can facilitate your growth. Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's almost like a process. You're trying to figure out, okay, what are my beliefs? Do I have limiting beliefs? Do I want to maintain that, or do I want to try to, improve upon that, or maybe try to eliminate that? So you're able to identify it, and you're able to think about, ways in which you can improve.
That's how you grow.
That's how you grow.
As a pig or a person.
As anything. That's how you grow. Yeah. And of course you want to continuously grow, because that's what we're here for. We're here to grow and to expand and to become better versions of ourselves. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like that.
Excellent. Great. So that's a little bit on creating awareness. And I hope, ladies, you followed those points. So hopefully you can do a little bit more reflection. I think it's important, even on a daily basis, for you to stop and reflect and to think about ways that maybe today that you probably thought about something that was limiting and that limited you from, achieving your goals or moving forward or just expanding as an individual. Yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I think I want us to talk a little bit now about techniques. I'm looking at the time. Our time is almost up, but I want us to talk a little bit about techniques that we can use in order to overcome some limiting beliefs.
Good. Technique is like a tool, right?
Absolutely.
Like I could use it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It can help you, and we can try to eliminate some of those limiting beliefs. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Beautiful. So So there are a few techniques. There are quite a few techniques, but I'm just going to touch on maybe like three of those techniques, okay? The first one I want us to talk about is one that it involves it's a free writing exercise. I also like to call it like a brain dump exercise. And if you have your pieces of paper, maybe you can start writing down some of the things that I'm going to guide you through. So basically what we do is that you can identify what are some of the ways that you feel about yourself and just like throw those ideas on paper.
I'm sorry, Miss Hicks, I interrupted you. I apologize. Okay. So it's like you just writing everything that comes to your mind, right?
Exactly. And I know you have a lot of stuff on your mind. A lot. All right. So you just basically, you have that piece of paper and you're like, let me just write down all the things that I think about myself. It could be about your personality. It could be about how you look, physical appearance. It could be about your values. It can be about your attitude. Anything at all that comes to mind. And you're not trying to think about it or trying to, create it into something. Just put it on the paper. So just have this, and that list might be really long. Maybe you can have a little timer. You can probably say, you know what, I'm going to time myself maybe for like, I don't know, like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, however long. And just write those thoughts, yeah? So you're going to write those thoughts down. This is about yourself, thoughts that you have about yourself, right? And when you finish writing that down, what you're going to do now is you're going to categorize it. You're going to put it in 2 categories. So you're going to put it in those that make you feel good about yourself. You're going to look at those points that you wrote. You're going to put one category. This made me feel good about myself. And then other category, this didn't make me feel too good about myself. All right? And it'll be interesting. Why do you think that'll be interesting to do? What do you think that is? How do you think that, how can that help us?
I guess that you'll know which beliefs are helpful, like good, and which beliefs are, what did you say? Limiting, like
excellent.
Like not so good.
Exactly. So basically you're putting your thoughts on paper. Putting your thoughts on paper, and it's almost like you're seeing your thoughts, because we have so many thoughts swirling around our minds, right?
Okay, yeah.
So you're putting these, but remember, this is about you, okay? So you're going to be doing this about yourself. And this is a beautiful exercise that you really should try. Yeah? Okay, great. So you're going to put that down and then you're going to decide, okay, what does that make me feel good? When I said that, I think I could be skinnier, did that make me feel good? Probably not. You can put that in, you're going to see what, you're going to put that in not feeling so good. When you said, I think I'm really, really great at math, or I think that I really give of my best in everything that I do, that's probably going to be on that other section, makes you feel good. Yeah?
Yeah, I understand.
So, it'll be beautiful if you have a lot more in that section, but you never know. Yeah? But the important thing is that you're going to put it down and you're going to be able to see it. Yeah? Okay, great. And then the other point, I said I'm going to identify 3. So let's talk a little bit about journaling. And journaling is something I think that some of us do, right? I don't know if you journal. Do you know what journaling is?
Not really. Is it just writing in your journal?
Pretty much.
Oh, then I guess I know.
Yeah. I was really clever. So pretty much you're just writing your thoughts down. Yeah? And you're just putting your thoughts on paper, writing it down, and just getting any thoughts in your mind, getting it out there so you can actually see it. And it's usually during processes like that that you're able to really sort of come face to face with what are some of the things swirling on in your mind. Yeah? And get the thoughts out there. And remember, it's non-judgmental. Okay. Nobody has to read this.
Oh, good.
You can read it if you want afterwards. You don't even have to. It's up to you.
But it's just for me.
It's just for you, really. Yeah. But it's excellent so that you can see what are some of those thoughts that you're having. And you're able to identify any limiting beliefs. Yeah?
You know what, Ms. Hicks?
Yeah?
I also remember you telling us that why people journal is because of the process. Like, as I'm writing and writing,
there you go.
different things will come to my mind.
Absolutely.
About my own self.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
I'm so happy you reminded me of that.
Okay.
So that's part of it. It's a process, right? So thoughts come to your mind, and sometimes you might be surprised at some of the things that you might journal.
Wow.
But that's okay. At least you're getting it out there, okay?
Yeah.
So that's a second technique, which is journaling. I know some of our students, I know that you journal quite a bit, and I think it's a really effective technique. And then the last one that we can talk about would be, I think my Form 1s for sure would know about this, and that is simply doing some affirmations. Have you ever heard that word?
What?
Affirmations. Creating affirmations.
I don't know what that is.
You're not too familiar with it?
Sorry.
No problem. So I'm going to just give you a brief definition here. Yeah? So affirmations are positive statements that can help you to overcome self-sabotaging and negative thoughts. Yeah? So those are statements that you say to yourself. And again, I know a lot of my students, I'm hoping that they do their affirmations, because we always talk about how important it is to do affirmations. So basically, they are positive statements. I'm just going to reiterate, positive statements that can help you to overcome self-sabotaging negative thoughts. Yeah? Do you get that?
Yes.
Okay, great. I saw this quote. There's this lady that I love. Her name is Louise Hay. Some of y'all might be familiar with her. And she says, every thought you think and every word you speak is an affirmation. Yeah. All of our self-talk, our internal dialogue is a stream of affirmations, right? So you are using affirmations every moment, whether you know it or not. You are affirming and creating your life experiences. With every word and thought, yeah. Think about that. Because on a daily basis, there's so many things that are going on in our minds, right? So we are literally affirming things, whether positively or negatively.
So when I say, I'm so great at running,
absolutely,
that is an affirmation.
Definitely.
Gulp. When I say, I'm so shy at talking in front of people, that is an affirmation too?
Yeah, it's an affirmation. That's exactly what you're doing. Sometimes we say it consciously, sometimes unconsciously. Wow. So that's why awareness is so important. Yeah?
Oh, now I see how it
Does it make
all
sense?
comes together.
Yeah, it's really pretty
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Wow.
It makes a lot more sense, you know?
It does.
Excellent. Good.
It totally does.
So here's what, and I would love you ladies to repeat. I'm just gonna go through a couple affirmations. Princess Pig, would you also repeat them after me?
Oh,
So
yeah.
maybe the girls could say them with you.
Why do you have to repeat them?
Because you know what? You want your brain to get accustomed to hearing this particular thought. And you also, it's like you're trying to reprogram your brain pretty much.
Oh, I get it.
So we say it over and over again because you know what? Limiting beliefs sometimes they take a while to become ingrained in us, and it might take a lot for us to try to, dispel those thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
So you really want to repeat it. You want to say it over and over so it becomes part of who you are. Yeah?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, excellent. So you ready to say a few with me?
Yeah.
And girls, please join in,
Sure.
okay? So I am capable of being a great student.
I am capable of being a great student.
Excellent. I am doing my best.
I am doing my best.
I can do this.
I can do this.
Simple, short and sweet. I can do
I
this.
can do this.
My ability to learn is improving every day.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah?
How it feels. Can you say it again?
Absolutely. My ability to learn is improving every day.
My ability to learn is improving every day.
How does that feel?
Awesome! I feel so much power when I say that.
That's
My
exactly it.
ability to learn is improving
Every day. I hope you girls are repeating this. I really hope you're saying it. I want you to say it with conviction, okay? And the last one, everything is possible.
Oh, everything is possible.
Excellent. You just did like five affirmations, and I can tell already from the tone of your voice that you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
I am.
I'm so happy to hear that. And just imagine if you do this on a daily basis.
That would be incredible. If I repeated these things, affirmations,
yes,
every day, wow, I would be feeling so amazing.
Yeah, because it's going to become part of you. You know, so you already know in yourself that you can be and do anything you want to be and do, right? So if you keep on saying these positive affirmations, yeah?
Yeah.
Go.
And you know what? Because you said that it's all in my mind anyway.
Yeah.
Then if this becomes something that I believe, wow, I'll be like
invincible.
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
A superhero. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Wow.
Excellent.
Wow.
And that's how I want all the students to be, right? Or to feel rather. Okay? So you really want to say it. I just want to reiterate what you just said. You want to say these affirmations. You want to repeat them.
Yes.
Because it's almost like you're trying to push out as far as possible, push out those limiting beliefs that you have. But those beliefs are pretty ingrained sometimes, most times. So you want to say it over and over again so that you become really self-assured, yeah?
Yes.
And it's so interesting. And again, my Form 1s, I have to talk about my Form 1s because we did some of this mirror work. I don't know if you've heard of mirror work, but there are many people that believe that affirmations are even more powerful or more impactful when they look at a mirror and they say those to them. They look straight into their own eyes and they say affirmations to themselves, yeah?
Oh, okay.
What do you think about that?
That sounds really interesting. Hey, I understand.
Yeah? What do you understand?
Well, it seems like if I'm feeling like upset or disappointed in myself,
yeah,
maybe because like I didn't perform well in school,
right?
I could look in the mirror, right, in the mirror, and I could say an affirmation.
Yeah.
Something positive about myself, like those ones that you said.
Yeah, sure.
And it could help me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It feels good just thinking about it, huh?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So a lot of people, they use, the mirror work, and they look at themselves every day. Look at yourself in the mirror before you go to school on mornings. Look at yourself and tell yourself some affirmations. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be the best that you can be. That you can be and do anything that you want to do, and you really just talk positively to yourself. And that way, we're gonna try to minimize those limiting beliefs. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels so good. Can I? Miss Hicks, I know this is a little weird, but can I pretend that I'm looking in the mirror now and try some?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Sure.
There's a song that I want to sing that you were telling me about earlier. I think I'm gonna do it like that.
Really?
So it'll be like, okay, I'll look over here at like the screen.
You wanna hi?
Hi everybody. Hi everybody. So it'll be like,
sing?
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna try.
I'm impressed. Wow.
Do 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 do. Hey there, you in the mirror. Hey there, you look familiar. I'm proud of you and I love you just because. Just because in the whole wide world I'm the only me, so I get to be myself totally. Just because. Just because. Though everyone's taller and I'm smaller, I know I'm important, so it doesn't matter. Just because. Just because. So, hey there, you in the mirror. Hey there, you look familiar. I'm proud of you and I love you just because. Just because. Do, do,
Wow.
do, do. Thank you.
That was so amazing. Oh my goodness. Where did you learn that? That was an amazing song. So that's a song you can sing in the mirror, right?
Yeah.
And just because you're fabulous and you need to say fabulous things about yourself, yeah?
Yeah, just because, for no other reason.
For no other reason.
Just because I'm me.
And I want all of us to remember that. Just because you're you, you have to say fabulous things about yourself. And we have to become more aware of ourselves and really try to dispel some of those limiting beliefs, because you would realize that it really, really slows us down, and it sometimes it makes us not try to achieve things that we really want to achieve, some of our dreams and our goals and our aspirations. So it's important that we affirm ourselves. And I'm looking at the time, and I think that's pretty much it for this session. But I just want to just reiterate a few things that we looked at. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's pretty much, the end of the session. I'm really, really hoping the girls, they learned something today. Yeah. So we started off talking about beliefs, yeah? And then we spoke a little bit about limiting beliefs.
Right.
Yeah, so we know that they are, those thoughts that we have and we think are true, but the limiting beliefs, a lot of those times, it's not really true, but we believe they're true. And they seem to hold us back, yeah? They hold us back from becoming who we're here to become, right? We're amazing, fantastic human beings, right?
Yeah.
So we spoke about those limiting beliefs and why it's important for us to become aware of our thoughts. And we spoke about some of the techniques that we can do to sort of get those thoughts on paper.
Oh, I remember what they are.
Yeah, please. What are they?
It was 3. Oh gosh. One was brain dump.
Yeah, the brain dump.
writing things in 2 columns.
Yeah.
And
those two, just remind me, those 2 columns, what would be distinguished in those 2 columns?
Can you give me a hint?
Whether you feel good about yourself.
Oh, whether I feel good in one column,
yeah.
and things that make me feel not so good in another column. And then number 2 is journaling.
Yep, journaling, yep. So you just write your ideas and your thoughts out. Oh, and let me just add something with regards to journaling. I know that some people, writing might not be, what they want to do. So you can also record yourself.
Oh, I would really appreciate that, because sometimes writing is hard on my hooves. True story.
So there you go. Some of us have some issues, so we have to work around it, yeah?
Yeah.
So some people, you can just record it, and now you're still getting the thoughts out there, but it's audio, and you can listen to it after. So that may work for you.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, you can do that as well. So,
Yeah.
and what's the third one we spoke about?
Affirmations.
Yeah, affirmations. Good old affirmations. They're so amazing. And we spoke about repeating them, right? Because we want it to become part of our thought processes and our thought patterns, yeah?
Right. Saying it a couple of times a day,
yeah,
maybe, and every day.
Every day. You can probably even stick some affirmations upon your walls, Yeah, so every time, you come into your room, you're going to see that. That's the first thing you see, and you're going to say that over and over, and your mind is going to be like, yeah, I believe that. Yeah?
Yeah, I like it. Thank you.
So yeah, I think we've come to the end. Ladies, I hope that this was an impactful session for you. I really, really hope that you're able to understand that you are in control of your experience by your thought patterns. You can decide how you want to feel, how you want to experience not only your academic life, but just life in general. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to wish everybody like an amazing Christmas season. We're ending things off, and again, I wish I could see all of you in front of me, but I hope you enjoyed Princess Pig. I'm so happy she joined us. Yeah, thank you so much for being here with me and being here with the hundreds of people who you said you couldn't speak in front of. You said you couldn't speak and you ended up singing. What was that?
Miss Hicks, you are the best.
Oh.
I really appreciate you inviting me.
It was amazing having you. Thank you so much. You had short notice and you came here. So I appreciate you. And ladies, I appreciate each and every one of you. Have an amazing, amazing holiday. Take great care of yourself. And we're definitely going to be hearing more about Princess Pig and her other friends. She has lots of other friends.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love to thank Princess Pig, aka Daniel Elliott, for doing such an amazing, amazing job. And so, I don't know, maybe she may come in and say hello.
Yeah. Let me call her.
Yeah, she's just gonna call her quickly. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies. Hope you had an amazing day. This is Danielle. Thanks again. Take care. Bye. Have a great day. Take care.